Hey there everybody, welcome back to my budgeting videos. It has been a while since I've done one. I have been doing my budgeting, I just don't think I've actually been remembering to upload the videos because I'm brilliant like that. So let's get started. This is going to be budgeting for my July 12th paycheck. That was Friday, it is currently Sunday, so still a weekend, so I don't count myself as being late. Hair on that. Okay, so July 12th. My starting balance is $2,536.91. So the first thing that I'm deducting out of there is $141.89. That's the money that I keep in the account to spend on things for Striker, the cat who claimed me once upon a time and now I tend to his every whim. He has money kept digitally in my account, and then I also have money pulled out in cash to spend on him for whatever his needs happen to be. Okay, now the next thing I'm pulling out, it's a little bit funny. It's $141.59, and it's pizza money. So my Dragon Boat team, we had a big Dragon Boat festival. It was a couple weekends ago now, and I'm on like the social committee, I guess you could call it. So I help to plan various activities for the team. And one of the things that we do at the end of this festival, because it's a two-day festival and it's local, so it's kind of an easy one for us to get to and to be able to just enjoy time together afterwards without having to get on the road to get back into the city. So we order pizza for pickup. Some of us will walk over to go grab it, and then we just sort of hang out at the race site once we're done at our team 10 and just have fun. So because I'm the one that kind of runs point on this little thing, I pay for the pizza and then the team funds reimburse me for it later. So I got the money sent to me by the team manager. She's the one that handles the team money. So she sent me $141.59 because that's what I spent on the pizza. So I've just left it sitting in the account because it's going to go directly onto the credit card that I used to pay for the pizza, but I didn't want to do it sort of right away when she sent me the money without having it written down that I had done it, just so I didn't lose track of it. So I'm pulling out from my math $141.59 because it's the money that she sent to me and it can't go towards my budget because it has to go towards the credit card because it is money specifically for that purchase. Now the next thing I'm doing, oh no, I didn't put the total. Oh no, wait, I have weighed out somewhere. 1 second. Oh boy, I'm getting ahead of myself. There we go. Okay, so I've got a balance of $2,253.43. Now the next thing that I'm pulling out is half of my rent. Which leaves me with $1,603.43. The next thing I'm doing is a payment onto my line of credit. The current minimum payment on it is $471.61, which is ridiculous, but it's completely my fault for letting it get to such a high balance. So I pay the minimum balance on the line of credit every paycheck. So then over the span of a month, if there were 2 paychecks in the month, I've paid double the minimum payment for the month. Now I'm taking out $60 for my cell phone bill, and I'm anticipating a fight with them. I went down to the States for 3 days and I purchased an eSIM for use in the States because my plan, like my phone plan, it has like a roaming thing. So when you go into the States, it only costs X number of dollars a day and you get such and such amount of data and blah, 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 but it's completely and utterly useless. My phone just becomes just a block of, it's a paperweight. It just becomes a paperweight when I'm down there for whatever reason using their roaming plans, and it's happened multiple times. So I do not trust it anymore and I will not rely on it for going down into the States. I needed my phone to be able to work. So I got an eSIM and I activated it when I was in the line at the border. I drove across. So when I was in the line at the border waiting to drive across, I turned off my SIM and turned on the American one. And then when I was coming back, I waited until I was across the border into Canada and turned off the American one and turned back on mine. And once I was back in Canada and I had turned on my SIM, I was getting bombarded with text messages that had come through while I was away, because for some reason, none of the eSIMs for the States let you receive or use text messaging. They're strictly data only. I don't know, it seems a little bit crazy, but it is what it is. So I was getting bombarded with all these text messages, and I got 2 of them from my cell phone company. One of them being like, hey, we've noticed you've gone to the States, we're kicking in your roaming plan. And then one being like, welcome back from the States. And I'm just like, no, because they're going to charge me a ridiculous amount of money for something I didn't use. But I have to wait until it actually shows on the bill before I can call and talk to them about it, because the last time they did this, charged me when I didn't even go over. I was just in White Rock, which is apparently close enough to the border that occasionally your phone will think it's in the States when it's not. And it was a huge battle because I contacted them immediately and they're like, oh no, it doesn't show, don't worry, it's not going to charge, it's totally fine. And then it did charge and it did show. And so then I called them to be like, hey, this happened. And then they were all, well, why didn't you contact us sooner? I'm like, I can't win with these people. So I'm going to wait until it shows up on the bill, and then I'm going to call and we're going to have words, and let's just hope that I win. But so until then, I'm putting my regular $60 every paycheck onto the cell phone, which is leaving me with a balance of $1,071.82. Now my Neo credit card bill has a balance of $47.68. And then normally I put this way up there, but my SUV payment that will auto withdraw on Tuesday has to be taken into account. So now I'm down at $757.42, and I already did the calculations for my sinking funds and my cash. So sinking funds is $216. And then I'm pulling out $233.50 for cash. Which is leaving me with $307.92. And I've decided, because I always do a rough draft of this and try to figure everything out, I decided because I have so much money left in the account, I'm going to put an extra $100 onto the line of credit, because every little bit helps, right? So that's going to bring me down to $207.92. Now, I need to explain some extra stuff I did, but I think maybe I'll write down the sinking funds and the cash envelopes math first, and then I'll bring you up to date on all the other random things that happened. So let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that should be enough. Let me make sure you're, there you go, you're high enough. Okay, so cash envelopes. So it's always Striker first, and he gets $32.50. And I'm just putting a little note that it was kept as digital this time, because sometimes I'll pull out the $32.50 and put it as cash. Other times I leave it digital. Right now I'm going to leave it digital. Groceries, putting 60, because I did a grocery shopping trip kind of randomly midweek last week when I got trapped up in North Vancouver because of traffic. So I don't really need groceries for this coming week, so I don't have to fit that into the budget, but I will need to buy some next week. Work parking. I'm actually going in one day this coming week, so I think work parking is actually $8 or $8.50. I can't quite remember, so I'm budgeting $10 for it. Takeout gets 0. Oops. Miscellaneous gets 30. Fun is 30. Physio, I'm only doing 21 because I don't think I have a physio appointment this week that I have to pay the money for. It's only the massage therapy ones that I have to pay. So, and also they've gone down in price. They were $21 each before, and I was having one a week. So I was budgeting $42, but now they're down to like $10 or something. I'm not really sure why. So I'm budgeting 21 because that'll either cover 2 appointments at the $10 or one at the old price if they bump it back up. I really need to look at my physio appointments to see how many I have coming up, but that's what I did for it. And then transpo is 50. So 32.50 plus 60 plus 10 plus 30 plus 30 plus 21 plus 50 is $233.50. And then we're going to go to the sinking funds. So my sinking funds have my SUV insurance, which I just paid. It was due the very end of June, beginning of July. So not all the money, but how much was it? $1,895 from my SUV insurance sinking fund went to pay my car insurance. Now I charged it to the credit card to get the points, and then I waited until it had enough time to actually show up as a charge on the card, because I don't really know if I make the payment right away, do I still get the points or not? I'm not sure. So I gave it time. The charge fully went onto the card, and then I just paid it off with the money from the sinking fund. It feels so good to do that. So the SUV insurance is $67 every paycheck. Tenant insurance is $14. My emergency fund is $40. Tech is $15. Dragon Boat is $20. Presence is $20. Travel is $40. So 67 plus 14 plus 40 plus 15 plus 20 plus 20 plus 40 is $216. So that's where, so the sinking fund's $216 and the cash $233.50. Yes, okay, so that is explaining all of that. Now, you may have noticed there's nothing on the Visa there, but I used the Visa. So here's what I did. Okay, Visa. It has a balance right now of $2,560.71, but I paid off $1,895 from the SUV sinking fund. It's supposed to be SUV insurance sinking fund. $2,560.71 minus $1,895. So that has $665.71 remaining as a balance on the Visa, and then minus $141.59 from the pizza money. $524.12, and then I'm putting $43.50 from the travel sinking fund. So I learned that the savings accounts that I hold my sinking fund money in, you're not supposed to let the balance in them go under $100, and I didn't know that. So one of them, I pulled out money that put it below $100, and I kept getting these messages about danger. So I have $143.15 in the travel sinking fund, but I want to leave it sitting safely at that $100 balance so I don't get those messages, because I don't know if there's some kind of a penalty or a fine or something for going under. So I'm putting $43.15 onto the credit card to go from the travel sinking fund, because when I was in the States, I exclusively used my credit card when I was over there, just because I don't like carrying cash when I travel. And this way I find it's a much easier way for me to keep track of all of my expenses, because then they're all going to be on one statement. So I just took the credit card and I used that. So I'm putting what money I can from the travel sinking fund over onto the card, and then that'll just go, I mean, it's travel, I traveled, it's there. So now I have a balance remaining of the card of $480.97, and I was going to move that over onto the line of credit, but when I was looking on the app at my Visa card, when I took like the balance and then minus the pending payments that I had just placed on it, it gave me a different total amount. And I think it's because when I took a closer look, there's still what was it, a pending charge from something. So, a ticket that I bought yesterday online. So the charge is still showing as pending, and then there was something else on there, I can't remember what it was, but another charge that is still pending, which means the balance that I'm being shown isn't the accurate balance, because there were still charges pending, but now of course there's charges pending for payment. So I don't want to move over the $480.97 onto the line of credit if there's going to actually be a higher amount that has to be moved over. I'd rather do it all at once. And I took a look at the calendar. So we're here. I have another payday on the 26th, and the line of credit, I have the line of credit written as being there. Is this, I'm in July, right? Oh no, sorry, I was thinking of the Visa. The Visa isn't due until after the payday. So, I mean, I've made payments on it anyways, but I don't want to have a balance running over on this Visa, because if you don't pay it off every month, then they charge you an extra $10, which is in the fine print, and I think a little bit mean. So I want to wait to know the exact total, and it means I'm going to have to do my budget on payday, which I won't be able to because I'm going to Harrison. Oh goodness. Okay, well, I'll have to look at it somewhere before that payday, see once everything is no longer pending but actually processed, what the amount remaining sitting on the card is, and then move that over to the line of credit so that it's paid off before it's due and I don't get that extra $10 fee. Does it make sense? I hope it makes sense. So yes, that is what I did there. And then I just, I wanted to move over. So I have a present sinking fund that, I mean, there's not a huge amount in it right now, but there is some. I have to check because I bought my brother's birthday present really randomly when I was in Costco the other day, and it was like $60 plus tax, but I'm just going to ignore the tax. So I want to move $60 from the present sinking fund back into my checking account because it's Costco, so you have to pay cash. So I kind of owe myself $60, but I'm kind of thinking, because I'm doing okay, I'm not going to do that, because if I can pay for a present just in my regular budget and be able to absorb the cost of it and not have to take it from the sinking fund, then that means I can hold off using the sinking fund until I'm doing more heavy duty Christmas shopping. We're celebrating Christmas a month early this year, so I have to have all the shopping done earlier than normal. So I think I'm going to hold off on that and like not pay myself back for it. But yeah, so I guess like that is the entire budget. So let me just make sure. I never know if the whole page is in view or not. So that is how it's working out. So the Visa is paid even though it didn't come from there. All of the bills are paid, my cash envelopes and sinking funds. I was able to do, well, I didn't put money into takeout because I'm trying to eat the food that I've purchased, and I mean, I'm trying to lose weight, right? So if I don't eat takeout, it's not harming anything, even though I desperately miss it. But this is good. I have a nice chunk to roll over to next payday, and also as a buffer in case I've forgotten something, because I always worry I've forgotten something. And I think this is going pretty well. So here is the budget for my July 12th paycheck. I hope yours worked out just as well or even better than mine. I do want to start making bigger dents or like larger payments onto the line of credit to help pay it off faster. My hope is like now I don't, except for an overnight trip to Harrison for a dragon boating thing, I don't really have any big expenses coming up that I'm aware of. Like I don't have any more trips or anything like that planned. So I'm hoping to kind of really pull back on how much I was using the Visa, to not be using it, to be honest, and just focus on paying off the line of credit. That is the goal. Let's hope it works out. I mean, maybe I've forgotten something, maybe plans come up. It's always nice to have impromptu plans happen, especially in the summer when the weather's so nice and you just feel like a little bit of freedom, but it really does wreak havoc with the budget at times, don't you think? So yes, I always end up rambling at the end of these and I feel so bad. I'm gonna go. I hope your budget is working out really well. I hope you're enjoying your summer, that our heat wave has broken, but it is still quite warm. So I hope you're being safe in the heat wherever you are. You know, drink lots of water, make sure to hydrate, eat fruit, all that stuff. Stay safe out there. I will talk to you in another video. Bye.